Okay, it looks like we are now live. Thank you everyone for joining. We are excited to be here on a Tuesday. Nice little TBT to when we used to go on to Fatty's on Tuesdays, although this is I guess a virtual form of it. I know we both have drinks in hand. Hopefully you all do too. I see Kyle's in the chat. Nice to have you here.
What's up, Kyle?
I feel bad because at
Yeah,
least hopefully we can
should
provide
have
some.
had you on,
Yeah,
Kyle.
no, exactly. Hopefully we could can provide some entertainment for you while you're unfortunately working. But anyways, I guess we'll get started. So welcome to Someone's Happy Hour. Today is January 25th, episode 54, and we've got a great show in store for you guys. Today we're gonna talk Kyle's favorite topic as you're listening here. So we're gonna be talking through some of the fun tax stuff, but not like all the boring like nitty gritty documents that I'm sure Kyle may be experiencing a little bit of right now as he's listening to this. But we're going to talk of just some how it affects us and kind of the impact it has on us and things like that. And some of the worst parts of having to do
Thanks,
taxes,
Kyle.
all of that. So,
Let me interrupt you, but yeah.
no, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, he's got
I was
it.
supposed to go into the office today,
Yeah, so yeah.
but
All right, so I guess for context, Kyle dropped in a Tyler's looking nice with five eyes, I think. And he's not lying. Tyler got a new haircut, and he's got a nice little polo quarter zip thing going on. So he's
well,
absolutely
I
killing it
had
for our
I had
YouTube
like
audience.
two presentations for like two different audiences, and then like was going to the office for like a team lunch and stuff like that today. So I was like, oh, I was gonna wear it. And then little known fact to me here in Denver, Colorado, it was going to snow, and I did not check the forecast, and it's like 3 to 6 inches outside. I don't know if it ever did hit 6 inches, but it was like really coming down this morning. So I was like, maybe we're not going to go in today. And I messaged, I already saw someone in my team was like, oh, I'm not going to make it today because of snow. And I was like, nice.
Yeah,
So
that's all I needed.
we all got to, and lunch got moved to Friday. So
Beautiful. That's actually really nice because then it's like Friday will probably be more chill, more of like a social type thing.
yeah, I still have that. I still have to present again
Oh,
on
that's
Friday,
right.
but
Yeah, yeah. So
unfortunately.
fun stuff to look forward to on Friday. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess then we obviously got our segments as per usual, and then wrap it up with our 5v5 of fictitious places we'd want to visit. So should be solid. Got some good stuff in here for you. Hopefully, no one else is having to work right now. I feel bad, but hopefully you can at least have a drink in hand. And
Hi. Shout out,
yeah,
Kyle.
shout out Kyle again. I just
Or anyone in public accounting,
yeah, or anyone in public accounting. God bless.
private accounting.
Private accounting, all of the accounting. If you're just in
Yeah.
accounting in general, just God bless, because that just, damn, just
Yeah. Getting
tough
close
stuff.
to month end too, so
Yeah.
yeah, I guess everyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true that, true that. At least it's not quarter end, because then it's even crazier. But
Yeah.
living the dream. Anyways, we can get into our morning stand up. So I don't know if you want to get us kicked off here.
Yeah, definitely. This past week hasn't been much. It was kind of crazy. We had some like warm weather here in Denver, so it was like around 50, 60 degrees. So we were able to go to a dog park that we wanted to go to. However, we didn't know it was a part of the Chatfield State Park, which is very close to Denver and close to the mountains. It's like southwest of it, I believe. And they have a dog park there that's huge. It's massive. Like it's like a fenced in trailed area with like ponds, tall grass, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of stuff. So I was like, oh, dude, this is so cool.
Hmm.
The only thing is if like you go there one time, like a one-time visit, it's $13 to go. So it's like I'm not gonna pay $13 to go walk
Yeah,
my
it's
dog.
pretty steep
But we
price.
did because we wanted to experience it.
Yeah.
And then but it was a great time, a fun trail, lots of dogs. You get I would think it's a good way to get there's like an annual pass so you can like
Hmm.
get so you can like consistently go. But it's a good way to like walk the dog without having a leash on. So you can like
Yeah.
get used to that training.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But other than that, that was pretty much my weekend consisted of that and errands. But work since my manager has since left us,
Hmm.
as a lot of you know, that we
Yeah.
talked about last episode, has been going well. Not surprisingly, but like nervously.
Yeah,
Like
definitely not
there's
surprisingly. You got this,
like
dude.
curveballs have come up, and you're like, oh no, there's no like safety net, and you like take a swing at it, and you
Yeah.
actually hit the
Fucking,
curveball, and it's like
it's a fucking goner, dude. Grand slam.
yeah. So it's weirdly going well. So, you know, good news in that front. So there's not a lot of crazy things going on in my life with that. And then my last thing here is I know Jason and I have been talking in depth about,
Oh yeah.
and I hope a lot of you have watched the three episodes of How I Met Your Father. So for those of you
Yes.
that are very into or were very into the How I Met Your Mother TV show, like I was, Jason was, they have now made a new show, How I Met Your Father, with Hilary Duff, a pretty good cast,
Oh.
and I would say it has caught my attention these first few episodes.
Hmm.
However, definitely room to grow as always,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
my initial reaction so far is I'm excited and pumped for it. So
Yeah, no, I think we both had the same kind of like. There's definitely some moments where you're like, okay, they maybe are hitting this a little too hard, and they can like dial it back a little bit. But with that, yeah, I don't want to obviously ruin any parts of it, but it's solid. Like it, I mean, I think you're just saying like the third episode's out now. I think we've each only watched the first two so far.
yeah,
I
I think
literally
they come
watched them.
out Mondays at 10 p.m. and I don't know if that's regional, so it
Yeah.
might be
Well, that's
Mondays
what
at
that's
9
what's
p.m.
so
for you
funny.
guys.
So we were
So
trying to figure out when these came out, and it's hilarious because so this is the third episode that was supposed like released last night, and my dumbass is like, "Oh, Tyler's been telling me about this How I Met Your Father episode or show that I really want to check out because was a big How I Met Your Mother fan." And so I watched it yesterday. I watched the two episodes during dinner, and I was like, "Damn, can't wait for the next one. Oh, well, let's see when that comes out." And then I like just stopped watching it, and I just like did something else, and I was just like, if I waited maybe 15 minutes or half an hour, it's like, oh, new episode. So maybe I'll
yeah,
probably watch it today while I eat dinner. But yeah, no, it's honestly
yeah,
pretty solid. The cast seems like cast has potential, and yeah, I mean, there's definitely things
yeah.
where, as with any pilot or first season, you're like, okay, maybe a little tough, but
Yeah, one thing that we
yeah,
both agree on, I think we talked about this with Kyle the other night too, while we were playing video games, but they have a knack in these first two episodes for kind of forcing trendy things
yeah,
in our modern lifestyle, like
they're
using
very,
the term AF or,
yeah,
throwing the Tinder name out there quite a bit. It's
hmm,
like, I feel like they're trying to relate so hard to the modern point that's very pushy to that.
yeah,
But again, like you were saying before we got on, they're just ironing out the details now. It's the
yeah,
pilot and the second episode for that. So,
yeah. So
I
we'll
mean,
see.
they've probably already filmed their first season, but
Yeah,
like they'll probably learn after.
yeah,
So hopefully,
yeah. No, but that's what's so funny when like if you watch like The Office or Parks and Rec or any of those like really
yeah, it's
big
always a
shows,
little rough
you like
going.
because they film the whole first season together. Like they get that, and then
Yeah.
it's basically like however that first season does will dictate how the rest of the like if they're gonna get even a next season. So that's where it's kind
Uh-huh.
of funny because like they'll usually film that first season, and then they won't get back to the. Cause the only reason I know this is I listened to the Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey's like podcast about The Office, and what the reason part of the reason it looks so different is they literally filmed those like 6 episodes in the pilot season, and then they literally were removed. They were doing something else for like a couple, like a year and a half, 2 years, and then they came back because they're like, oh yeah, it got its second season. So it'll be
Yeah,
interesting to see. Hopefully, other people feel like positive about it, so we can actually see it kind of develop. But if you haven't watched it, definitely worth a watch.
definitely, definely. And
Yeah,
I think that's it for my week. I'm
yeah,
gonna quickly turn my lights on because
you are
the
good.
sun's
Yeah,
about to go
you're
down.
about to
But
have a nice like we talking in
yeah,
the
it's gonna be
dark.
getting dark and
Yeah,
you're just gonna
exactly.
see the laptop light on my face.
Exactly.
But you can go ahead with your week.
Yeah, no, I'll get into that in a sec. First off, shout out Samantha. What's up in the chat? I think Tyler. Oh no, he's already back. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm laughing at what. Sorry, I haven't even gotten into stand up yet. I'm just going into this, but I'm laughing at Kyle's message that says I'm on the fire rails. So I didn't even think about this. That you said you're going into the office today. Um, but
Oh yeah,
so the
the
funny
thing
thing
that
is,
you sent.
so he's on the so he's on the metro on the way back, and I want to say it was Gavin maybe who sent that tweet, or someone sent that tweet where literally to get rid of the ice and the snow that's on the metro rails, the main transportation and trains to like get to the city and out, they literally made it so it's like lit on fire. So it's like this does not look like it's supposed to be safe or anything, but obviously it is. But that's why Kyle's saying he's on the fire rails. And Samantha, meanwhile, just woke up from a nap. So got a hell of an audience. Appreciate y'all joining. Obviously, with all this stuff, keep engaging with us. Ask us questions. Anything you want to hear from us, drop it in the chat. But yeah, that's good. Hopefully, Kyle, that means since you're going home now, that you can like when you get home like actually enjoy being home and just chill. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Or
not
at
have
least
to
just
log
a
back
mental
on.
break on the train where you can just meditate and
Yeah, just
look at
zen,
numbers.
pure zen. But yeah, legit fire on the rails, exactly.
Pass on the flames. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. But yeah, so I guess for my morning stand up, so well, I mean, honestly, kind of a lot of the same. I mean, work's absolutely nuts. I won't get into that. That's just absolute craziness. We work with some people all around the world, so I'm learning when public holidays are for different countries, so that's exciting. But yeah, so that works its own thing. It's craziness this week, but to focus on the positive stuff. Football this weekend was absolutely insane. So there was the NFL divisional round. Every single game came down to like a game-winning play, all separated by a field goal, which is absolutely nuts. Made for an insanely like exciting, stressful betting weekend, as we all know, because we're kind of all chatting all weekend about it. But it was honestly probably like one of the most fun football weekends I can think of, and it didn't even include like my team. Like the Bears, obviously the Bears were not in it, and I was like, this is absolute insanity. And like that Bills Chiefs game to wrap it up was probably the best football game I've ever seen. It was just crazy.
Yeah. There was like how many scores in like the last 50 seconds or something
Yeah,
like that.
like for instance, I was telling Kyle like I had the over 54 points. And with like 2 minutes left in the game or something, it was like they hadn't even hit it yet. And so I'm stressing out this whole game, like, oh my God, are they going to get it? Are they going to get it? And then within the last
Yeah.
2 minutes, between the two teams, they scored like 25 points. And I was like, in the
All
over,
right, well.
it ended up, yeah, I was like, well, what the fuck was I even worrying about? I just needed like 8 more points. And then they got an additional points in like overtime. I was like, this is honestly, it was just craziness, but such a fun football weekend. Gavin was over for the weekend, which was cool. We got to try this really good, I know I sent pictures of it, this pizza and wing place. So it's a really good, like kind of New York style pizza that I was fucking pumped about. So excited about that. Got some good wings. And then the other thing that was exciting that I told Kyle we'll have to check out, and anyone else who's in the Chicagoland area, like I'm down to go. But there's this Goose Island Brewery that I hadn't checked out yet. And Goose Island's obviously like makes 312, a bunch of different beers. They're based out here in Chicago, and so they have like a brewery. And so I finally went to it, and not only do they have obviously a ton of beers on tap and they're great and everything like that, but additionally they have like some really, really good food, and the fucking cheese curds were to die for. So I was like,
That's good.
I'm literally already
yeah.
like, yeah, no, it's time to go back. And I know Kyle said he hasn't been there yet, so I'm ready to go. Samantha making a joke in the chat. So she said, sorry for stealing your boyfriend, referring to me, because Mitch and I text back and forth a lot about like different bets and like what you're thinking. So he was up in Winona this weekend, so he's up with Samantha. And there was a decent period of time where him and I were like freaking out over football games or like what to bet on, things like that. And I'm sure she would have probably liked to spend time with him. So shout out Mitch, appreciate that. But yeah, that was the other, that was that. And then I think the only other thing I had kind of on my stand up was, and I've played this game now for, I want to say it's like 2 weeks. Like it's like have you heard of this Wordle game?
I've heard of it and I've seen that little chart that people
Yeah.
posted, but I've never played, or I
Yes.
don't even know what really did.
Yeah, so I'll try to explain the premise. So I've been playing for like 2 weeks now, because I got introduced to it because like I'd seen people on Twitter like sharing this little thing. I was like, oh, what the hell is that? And I'm like, I'm all about word games. So basically, the whole premise is you're guessing a 5-letter word, and you get 6 guesses, and whatever you guess for your first one, you're probably obviously not going to get the word right on the first guess. But basically, any letter that appears in the word will turn yellow, and if the letter appears in the word and is in the right spot, it'll turn green. So you might have a various like iterations of like what it looks like, and you kind of use that to guess, and it eliminates letters remaining, things like that. So it's a lot of fun. You'll see people tweeting about them. I, for the longest time, was like, I'm not going to, I've been playing for 2 weeks, but I'm like, I don't really want to post them. And then I saw like Molly and Emily like post them. And I was like, oh, I gotta like, I'm like behind. I feel like I just didn't know if I should be sharing this because like, who the hell cares about my Wordle score? And then they're like, I'm posting mine. I don't care. It's like, hell yeah, reply. And so
Interesting. You'll have to send me
yeah,
this app or
well, so what's funny is it's not even an app; it's like all web browser. And the other thing that's
okay.
interesting, it like keeps like track of your stats and stuff. But what's interesting is not only like it's I think part of what makes it addicting is the fact that like you can obviously one share it so you can kind of see how you're doing with friends and things like that. But you can only
So
play
there's like
once.
colorblind mode if you need, Jason.
Oh, changes to blue and orange. This is literally Splitgate. That's hilarious. But the thing with the game is you can only play it once a day. Like there's one puzzle a day. So it's not like something where you just play over and over again and then you're done. Like I played my Wordle puzzle earlier today and like I can't play again until tomorrow. So I think like the scarcity of it also makes it that much more addicting to where it's like, oh, tomorrow I can't wait to do. Like, oh, I got another Wordle puzzle to do. So it's pretty fun. I think so. Like, I've yet to get one on like the first or second try. I've got a few. It keeps track of like how many tries it takes you to get your word, if you've gotten your word correct. So it's a pretty fun game. I'll have to send you the link, but
Yeah,
it's a lot
definitely.
of fun, and I'm seeing more and more people like in our circle post it because before it was
Yeah.
just like
I've seen a lot of people post it, and I was like, I saw Wordle, and I was like, oh, it's probably some game here, and I was like
yeah.
thinking about getting into it, but I was like, I
Well,
don't know. It's probably gonna be over by the time I like even
yeah.
get into it. So I was
It
like,
was
maybe not.
Yeah, it was funny because I saw a lot of it was mainly like celebrities and stuff who I'd see like post their wordles, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, I don't even know. I was like, what is this? Even, what even is this? So I like Googled it, and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. But then like when I started playing, I was like, well, it's just like celebrities I've seen posting. Like, why would anyone want to see like my wordle score? But
Yeah.
I think it was Molly or Emily who were like, I just said fuck it and hit full send. I'm like, sounds good to me. So yeah, Wordle's a lot of fun. That's been something that's been a development over the last couple weeks. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's exciting. But that's all I had for my morning stand up. So I might look into that colorblind mode, Kyle. I think so far it's been okay though. It's like it's not too, at least it's just like yellow. They're pretty distinct, yellow and green. But I might look into the blue orange. The blue orange will be very distinct. But yeah, so we get into our main topic though, I guess, and talk all things taxes. So not like again, we're not getting into the
Not all things. We don't really know all things.
oh
Taxes,
yeah no.
but-
When I say all things taxes, this is what I mean. Not like the stuff that like the boring stuff like the documents and all that random stuff that we wouldn't like. We don't know like full transparency. We do not know. We were gonna just talk about kind of how it impacts us and our lives, and figured it was appropriate given the fact that it's tax season. And
Yes.
you're probably getting emails from your work saying, hey, your W-2 is available. Or maybe if you use like TurboTax or H&R Block, like you're getting email like, hey, you can submit your taxes. So yeah, that's kind of what brought us to like talk about this for today.
Yeah, and potentially just like the idea of so in the first topic here of how like these like taxing affects us per se as like a young professional or people in the corporate world, or even if you have a job, you notice that obviously you get paid and on your pay stubs you see like a certain amount taken out. And not that we know anything about that, but it's just like, damn, that really does suck sometimes, you know, having that
All the
income
time.
tax. It's like, you know, you think like, so you get like when you get like corporate job, you get like a salary or, you know, any job that you have a salary on. You're like, oh, wow, I'm getting paid this much money, but really you're not. You're going to have to pay
Yeah.
taxes on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And now even, did you see the news about Venmo and everything like that? Venmo, PayPal, Cash App.
Was I supposed to? Okay, so wait, starting when?
So, oh shoot, I don't know
Because
when
the
it's
problem.
starting.
So here's the problem.
So,
This is going to be if this is against the rules, nobody tell on me. We'll figure this out for next year. I just filed my taxes literally last night because I was like, give me the refund check, like I'm ready. So if I was supposed to file anything related to Venmo or PayPal, that is 100% not being filed.
no. That's last year too. So this wouldn't take effect. So.
Gotcha. I was like, listen, if I'm committing tax fraud, this is going to be our inner circle, and nobody's going to say anything. Not trying to get audited
No.
by the IRS, but
Yeah, once the law takes into effect, then like the taxes would have to let you
Just
know
wanna-
too. But
I-
anyway, and
was
this
a little
probably
scared.
won't apply to you unless you have a side job. But
oh, true.
any income that you make from Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App now is now going to be taxed.
But so does
anything
that
over
include,
$600 a year.
I feel like is that like net income? So it's like if I Venmo you, like here's $600. No, why would I get not $600? I don't know. Maybe yeah, like $600 for like a trip. I'm like, okay, here's or does it have to be a $600 mark, or is it like every $20 that we Venmo back and forth to each other, if it accumulates to like be $600, we're just like bam, taxed.
So someone can correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know exacts, but this will not apply if I'm just Venmoing you for a trip or whatever. Okay. This has to be your business that you're
okay. That's so much better.
Making like revenue on. It's not just like dude. Oh, like we're splitting rent this month. It's like, or no, like, it's like
pay me for your like McDonald's and like whatever.
It might. This is where like the line might get a little foggy. Is if you're a landlord and like you're charging water or something like that. That's where you might. I'm not. Don't take this as that like.
No, this
is all be all. But
tax expert right here. That's
yeah. You might need to confer with that new rule, but anything that you base as income that you're making, so if like you're a hairstylist and you're charging people and they'll pay you through Venmo,
interesting,
you have to report that now.
That kind of sucks. Damn. Yeah. I did not know that.
Which I mean, like it makes sense because it's like your income because like you're not getting taxed on that.
Yeah.
Which in certain states you have to get taxed on. Yeah. So.
Okay, so.
But yeah.
I have. Okay, so that I did not know. But one thing I also don't know that maybe someone else listening here on, or maybe you know, I don't know if maybe you were in finance. You might know this. So when I get I was saying earlier, you get your email, hey, your W-2 is available, all that stuff. Why the hell do they have the W-2 like 4 times on the same piece of paper? Isn't it like the same thing?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know why they do.
Yeah, I'm like literally boxes. You can look in box
I don't know about the format of like the government forms. That's like I feel like that's a very I don't even like Kyle may know
just seems like
because of all of his accounting, but like I feel like this is like a governmental form question.
Oh,
like
shit.
Why do you? And
gonna go right up to Joe with this one.
Yeah, even like I mentioned this, I'm like, do we like all of us really know what we're doing with the W-4s when we sign up for it?
I'm telling
it's
you,
like just zero dependence. That's all I know what that means. And
I just keep going with the zeros. I'm telling you 100% not. I was hoping, like I'm going through my taxes and I'm like, thank God for TurboTax and H&R Block and all those different options, because all I got to do is go through and answer questions. And even then, there's sometimes where I'm just like, no, I don't think so.
For aesthetic reasons.
No. And then it's like
Samantha said it's for aesthetic reasons. That's why
it's for aesthetic reasons. Yeah. W-2 be too cute to be one.
They just really want to make sure you know.
Yeah, just
what you made in wages.
Exactly. It's yeah, no, I don't know. That's so weird. But yeah, no, it's yeah. I like now lost my train of thought about
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're all good. You're all good. But fuck, what was I just talking about before we were talking about W-2s?
I said, do we even know what we're doing? Like, when you sign up for W-4s.
Yeah. So we're using these platforms and literally just answering whatever. The other thing that is so funny is I was like, do I report? And you're going to have to deal with this. And Kyle will have to deal with this. Anyone else who bets on sports will have to deal with this.
Kyle just gave you a professional.
I think it's in case you want to use it for multiple things, prove income for a loan, lease, etc. Damn, dude, that was a good answer. I would never have thought of that. I was just like, why? I could just print it out twice. But like if it's like official, I guess I don't.
That's true. If you want to like send it out or like H&R Block.
This is why Kyle gets the big bucks. Very unnecessary now. Oh, I guess that's true. If this is a form that's been done so many times, you're gonna be like, oh well, you don't have an electronic copy, so cut that shit up. Boom, boom, boom. Damn, that was a really good. Wow, tax expert on the line. But yeah, no. So. Yeah, absolutely don't know what I'm doing. And what I was getting at earlier was like with sports betting, like that's something where like this is where I don't understand. And maybe Kyle, if I'm committing tax fraud again, let me know, because then I'll update this. But like if I don't, what if you don't make money with sports betting? Or what if like I'm just slightly under? It's like, what the fuck am I getting taxed on? I'm a net loss. Like if I think then I don't have to do anything, right?
So I think. And Kyle can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's if you've made $600 in profits from your bets, not net.
Gotcha.
But just $600 in profits of all your bets. Because like it doesn't matter if you've then made another bet and now you
Yeah.
lost that and now you pay money. That doesn't matter. Like
Yeah,
you've
just
made
overall, did you? Yeah.
you made $600.
Yeah.
They should send you a tax form that you do have to pay taxes
Yeah.
on.
No,
now.
I thought because I was curious, so I like checked my DraftKings and I'm like slightly negative, so I was like, oh, then I don't have to worry about it. Hopefully, this is something I'll have to worry about next year because that means I had a good betting year. That I mean, it's not that like, I don't know. It is what it is. I was like, I was actually kind of disappointed when I checked because I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm positive, and I was like slightly negative. I'm like, fuck.
Well, because like
But
it's not necessarily like the balance of your account. Because like if you like place a bet and you win 15K, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that.
oh yeah. But I didn't win 15K unfortunately.
Or not 15K, 1500.
Yeah. Wait. But okay, so are you saying if I okay? So wait, because maybe I have done this. So if I place a bet and I win $1,500,
Yeah,
and I
you'd have to pay taxes now.
even though on a future bet I pay another bet that's separate.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you still
shit.
make because like you could technically cash out right there.
Yeah, which I fuck.
But like, don't take me for like the end all be all. My understanding is if you've made $600 from at all
At
from any of
all.
the bets you've placed
From
in
any
total. So
individual-
like,
wait, so
I've probably hit like I only started it in October.
so
I think.
any individual bet that I've won, I have to add those together.
It should do it for you. So like,
Oh,
I know.
I've definitely made more than if I wasn't making more than $600, we'd have a problem. So
Yeah.
so I probably should. Fuck. Okay.
Bars or whoever you DraftKings,
I
they
can't
have to
use
send
Barstool.
you. Yeah, they have to send you a tax form. They do. Like it's in their
Yeah,
it's
no,
in their
I like-
terms and
Yeah.
conditions. They have to send you a tax form, and if you don't, you can contact them and like get
Yeah.
you one.
Yeah.
But it might be worth it, and I could be wrong. This is where I might be wrong, but like just contacting them and getting that
Yeah.
might be beneficial for
Yeah,
you.
maybe I'll do that.
And then
I don't know. See, this is the part that's so annoying because like Samantha just said, taxes are too confusing. Completely
dude,
agree.
it's terrible.
Like
I
the,
fucking hate
literally
this
the
shit.
stupid part about this, and like half like what I'm half tempted to do. I'm not saying I'm gonna do this, but hypothetically,
And it might depend on your state too. Sorry.
Exactly.
Like Colorado might be different
Yeah,
than
exactly.
Illinois.
Like hypothetically though, if I don't want to do that, I'm just like, fuck it, this is annoying. I like what's stopping me from like just being like, okay, like I didn't like when I looked at my DraftKings account, there was no form there, and so I'm just gonna submit. It never asked me when I'm going through H&R Block, hey, did you do anything else? And I said, no, I didn't. Like they didn't ask that, so I was like, okay, then they didn't ask me about sports betting. They didn't ask me about any of that, so I just said
Oh.
full send, submit, and if anything, if someone comes at me, I'm gonna be like, that's their fault.
Yeah.
That's their
I
fault.
mean, it might just be worth to do your due
Yeah, no, I know.
diligence
That's
to
like a
check that
responsible
tax
thing to
form
do.
and like reach out to H&R Block
Yeah.
or even just call H&R Block and be like, look, I sports bet and like, should that be a worry here?
Be like-
and they'll help you out.
And then I'll be
But,
like, how much do I need? I'll be like, how much do I need to pay for this tax? Like,
To
how
go
much
under
do
the
I owe?
table.
And they'll be no. What they'll
Can we
do?
sweep this under the rug?
Well,
How
it'd be
about
funny
that?
if they're just like, okay, it's like, I don't know. It probably won't be anything. Well, I don't know. It depends how much they're taxing on. But let's say if they're like, you have to pay like $100 or $200. I'm like, okay, just can I get that to you tomorrow? I got to make sure this like Duke bet hits really quick.
Because
That'd be pretty funny. Be like, I'll pay
see,
you.
then
with
I can see it being like, damn, that'd be shitty if like you made $600, but overall you're
But yeah,
negative
no.
with
So
$6,000.
that's what my logic has been. I'm like, over time, I've lost. Like, I'm like slight. It's not like terribly negative, but I'm like over the last year, I'm negative. So like, I've like paid more than I've made. So like, if you're telling me to tax on all the winnings, like
But-
that's bullshit. Because then, fucking give
You're
me some
all-
money back on the losses.
So you're only taxed on what you've earned. So that's why it might be the other way.
I really hope you're wrong, but you're probably right.
I do too, but it might be worth looking
Yeah,
into.
yeah. No, you're
I
right.
don't think I made, or maybe I did. Damn, that makes me have to check now too.
Yeah,
I have no
no,
tax.
I've definitely like.
And by the way,
I
for
made over
H&R Block,
$600.
was it free?
Like, what?
H&R Block, was it like free or did you still
Okay,
pay?
so this is I was gonna get into this. So we have a topic later. We could probably even talk more to like what worst parts of taxes are. But it's okay, so it's fucking this confusing shit. Which first off, like, why is this so confusing? You know, other countries literally are just like, hey, this is how much you owe. Like the thing that's crazy is there's nothing stopping anyone from being like, hey, this is how much you owe. They have all of our information already. Like, why the fuck are we going
Oh
through this?
yeah, there's
But
that joke that's like, "Hey, pay your taxes," and I know how much exactly you need to pay,
but I'm not gonna tell you.
but I'm not going to tell you to figure it
Yeah,
out.
and the stupid part is, and like,
like,
not,
all right,
not
cool.
to get like into like the politics of it all, but literally it's because like the TurboTax and H&R Blocks have like lobbyists that like pay the politicians to basically say don't allow this to go away, and it's like this literally makes everyone's life a living hell every fucking year because it's so like everyone knows what you should be getting back or owing. Like it doesn't change. Like you could go through your taxes and you could do it wrong, and they're like, that's not right. It's like, well, how the fuck did you know it was right then? Why didn't you just tell me to do that? It's so dumb. But anyways, when we're talking about like the worst part of taxes, we not knowing taxes and not knowing much about this topic at all go through the TurboTaxes, the H&R Blocks of the world, and we were talking about this the other like yesterday or 2 days ago, like, oh, H&R Block is free, like it's super nice, like maybe I should try that. It's not free. You have the same shit that TurboTax has, and I went through and it's like, do you want to do state as well? Add $30. I have like a HSA account, which is like your health savings account from work. Add an additional $30. I was like, what the fuck? And it sucks because it's like all of these things that, again, like they're just taking money away from you when like this is such an unnecessary process. But of course, because I'm lazy.
It's money for convenience.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Every single time that I'm doing taxes and it's like showing you in the top left corner, like this is what your like return is. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is nice. Like I'm gonna get a good refund. So when it comes up with $30, like $30, dude, I'm about to be rich. Send. You can take with $30. Here's another $30. Plus, it's the convenience piece. Like yesterday, I was annoyed by it, but I was like, I'm not about to do this whole thing over again somewhere else. So I was just like, first, just take the $30. Like, just take the $30, take the another $30, and call it a day. And the H&R Block got $60 from me yesterday. Congrats to them. It was so
it's the
dumb.
Same thing for TurboTax.
Yeah,
so
but it's
annoying.
just like so dumb. So like to answer your question,
And it's funny because H&R
not
Block
free.
advertises that they charge less
but
than TurboTax does or they charge less people than TurboTax does.
Yeah, well, it's just so stupid because it's like you could technically submit your federal taxes for free
and be done and then do state.
But the problem is like, okay, like you still have
but
to
where the
submit
fuck are you
state
going to
taxes.
state?
And
So
then-
it's like, I mean, you
the
can do it
other-
at irs.gov or whatever, but still, it's like, okay, cool.
And
now
then
I have to do all the work.
yeah, and then the fucking stupid part is like I think
We'll just submit it to Kyle. And Kyle
yeah,
will
no,
take
I
care
was
of it.
just like, this is so. Anyways, we're getting in like just us talking about this. You guys can tell it's like so fucking stupid. Like this whole process is so stupid, and like this is like that. I don't know. Adulting just sucks. What did Nancy say? There's a 15% tax rate if you earn 600 or more betting on sports in Illinois.
from Google.
So I'm gonna have to potentially look into this, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
look
might
at
have
it.
to.
But this is my whole
15%,
thing.
that's-
It could be. That's fucking hefty.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
dude,
on wages you've earned over $600.
okay, so that here's a problem though. I bet a lot, and I've had decent amount of bets that have netted over $600, which is good. But over time, I'm not positive. So it's like if you're telling me that I have to do that every single time I've done that, that would be fucking BS. Because I have bets that I've won.
I think they take the total amount of money you've made from bets. So not counting your losses, just if you've
That's
ever made money from a bet ever,
shit.
that's counted as
Taxes are
like
fucking dumb.
like taxable
I'm
income.
moving.
Not income, but taxable profit
I'm
or
moving.
whatever.
I want to go. I'm going a different country. This is stupid. This is so stupid. If that's seriously what they're gonna try to do, I'm fucking no. That is dumb. That is so dumb.
Yeah.
I'm about to do what didn't they do like a whole I'm gonna do, you know how like with the what was it, the Boston Tea Party, just fucking no tea tax. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something for sports betting. Be like, fuck that. No chance. That is
We'll
so
have to
dumb.
dump all football helmets in the water.
Yeah, or
Well, maybe
something.
not, because that's
Yeah, that's
against the environment. But
yeah, we'll have to do something that maybe not in the water. I don't know. We'll have to think of something good. God damn it. I'll have to look more into that. Well, I filed my taxes yesterday.
Sorry for
so-
bringing that up today.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's probably good that you brought it up because I was 100% going to be like, well, they didn't ask for it, so that's good with me. And honestly, they're not going to fucking audit me, so like, I probably could. I'm not saying I'm going to do this. I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but I could do this.
No, I'm like
But-
the least of their worries is someone that makes under a certain amount a year. I'm sure it's
Like,
more
why
the
would they
people
be
that are
concerned with it?
evading.
I promise you, you
Yeah.
have nothing to be concerned about.
And it's not necessarily evading when like there's 1 year of it and it's
Yeah.
negligence.
Plus,
It's like,
well, that's the
okay.
thing. Can't you just claim negligence? Like, truthfully, like, how the fuck am I supposed to know
Well,
this?
you have to prove it too. And then like if
Oh,
you
but
did it
then
for like
they'd probably pull up this podcast and be like, "Well, someone explained it to you."
yeah.
So
If
this
you want to
podcast
start
is
getting
not
into
getting
like
aired. This podcast
excuses,
is
they'll
not
start
getting
getting
aired.
into proof. So.
Yeah, no, this podcast is not getting aired. This is going to stay private. Everyone, by watching this, NDA.
Colorado's 10%.
That'll be nice for when I
Google.
move there. Speaking of
Damn.
assistance, damn, that's
How about that?
Illinois fucking sucks. With
Illinois
tax-
does
with
have one of their
taxes,
highest.
It's so
income,
bad. It is
or
so
all
bad.
tax rates, honestly. And Kyle can keep me
Well,
honest if I'm.
The good
wrong.
thing is I don't plan on losing another bet the rest of 2022. So I'll just make all this taxes
That's
back up.
right. Every bet I'm going for is a for sure winner.
Jesus Christ, taxes. See, taxes are just fucking dumb. This is so dumb, and like not even
Wow.
just the taxes themselves. So it's dumb for us, but like we're talking like this is a terrible time for like people who have to like taxes or audits and things are your life. Like you have these busy
Yeah,
seasons
so it's like
that you, like
it's hard for us and it's hard for the people doing
like,
taxes.
Who is this good for? Like literally no
Yeah.
one. Taxes.
Literally, it's a complicated like system that was
so
built for
dumb.
like
Nobody.
even more
Built for
complication.
nobody. I hate everyone.
But yeah, like as some of our friends have told us that are in the accounting field, this is probably the worst few months out of the year that they have to go through. And it's like I understand having a job that's hard or difficult, but like if you know there's certain challenges that you come across year to year, when you try to come up with a way, or maybe like
that
the
makes,
government can come up with a way to try to smooth this process.
that just makes way too much sense, dude. No chance.
Yeah. I mean, for us lowly people, yeah, it does suck, but sometimes we get a refund check, and sometimes that refund check can lead to other opportunities, or and for some unlucky people, it's you have to pay more, and then it's like, oh damn, it's really the worst time of the year. You have to do work to find out you have to pay money, and
Yeah.
I would literally just be like, no, never
Yeah.
mind.
If
You want me to pay money, bill me. So
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I think like every single time I've fortunately done my taxes, because I usually with the paycheck I'm like just take as much out of it and I'll get it back on the back end.
yeah,
So
same.
every time I'm doing my taxes, I'm at least incentivized by the idea that I'm going to be getting money, and like that's why I like it was nice. Like I mean, it was not fun at all, and I was like, this
It's almost like a savings account that you can just
Exactly.
put money away and then get back.
Exactly, like for future trips or whatever. I'm just like, oh yeah, I got a nice refund check coming in here in a few months. It's like that's like what has incentivized me in the past. And like I said, I filed my taxes yesterday. Like that's like what incentivized me to do it. Is not there's if it didn't come with money, or if it even came with the opposite where I have to give up money, dude, I'd be doing this April 14th at 11:59. Like this is not something that I'd be doing proactively.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm actually getting money, then I'm like, you know what, like then the money will come sooner, and like I'm down for that. So it's just the whole process is stupid, and it's not good for us. It's not good for the people who have to do it, because like the hours people are having to work at busy season is fucking unbelievable, and
Yeah. Just the overall work that they have to like put in. It's just unbelievable. Like to me, it's like there has to be a better, a streamlined solution for this. But I mean, I am not by any means an expert for like that field. So
the one nice thing is there are ways to like, I guess potentially cut back on taxes. Although maybe there's like, but the problem is it might come back in other ways, and that's like obviously like moving to states like Texas, or I want to say Florida might be one of them as well.
yeah,
I just know from sports.
in my deep dive, there's like a bunch
Yeah, I was about
of
to say
places
I
here.
won't get too much in that, but one of the funny things, and I don't think I've said this on the podcast, but like so last year, half the year I lived in California, half the year I lived in Texas, and
Literally the two opposites of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Just so you know.
oh, yeah, absolutely. But it was just funny because, well, not funny. It made my fucking doing taxes a living hell, because you know how you're paying $30 for a state. It's each state I had to fucking do that. And then I had to do like a week in Illinois. I was like, that's some fucking no. But anyway, so I'm doing the taxes for that. And then like Texas doesn't have a state income tax. So they didn't have a W-2 that said Texas on it, because it's not state income. So when it said state wages that were taxed, when I went through TurboTax last year, it basically told me, it's like, oh, you made this amount of wages, but you've only paid on state income tax on this amount of wages. So Illinois tried telling me that I owed him like $3,000, and I was like, hell no. I was like, I
It's
didn't even,
Illinois.
for a second I was like, oh my god, what did I do? Like, do I actually, is this real? And then I was like, wait a second, if I think about it, I didn't even live in Illinois in 2020. So I was like, this makes absolutely no sense. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I just got to put that I lived in Texas. And like, I think my return last year was nicer than mine one this year. Even though I made less money overall, it's because I didn't have to pay as much in taxes. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's certain like tax breaks you can get that are definitely in the cards in the future. Obviously, having kids is a tax break.
It's a tax break, but then when you think about it, it's like
You are paying more
fucking
money.
expensive.
It's
Not-
a tax break for like if you're not making as much money, you get more of a tax break. And that I think again, anyone can keep me honest on this. I'm not an expert. And then of course there's people putting their revenue and their other expenses in their LLCs. So different
Yeah.
companies that they just start and then they put different expenses or revenues into those companies and they do pay a tax, but it's a company tax rather than
Which
a
is
personal
different,
tax.
yeah. Which is why do they pay less?
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, like, I don't know what the
Maybe to
rate is.
generate that
I don't
economy.
know.
I don't know. These questions, taxes are stupid. If that hasn't been
Yeah.
established already, taxes are stupid. Yeah, that's all I got on that subject.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Damn, that sucks. If that's true about the sports betting, that just put a damper on my Tuesday. I really,
Yeah. I mean, there should be
Complete
something on your
negligence.
app that shows like tax information.
see, that's the thing though. I went through the app and they didn't say anything about like, because I remember TurboTax was like, oh, sports betting, da da da. And like, so last year I like looked and I was like, oh, I don't know. Last year I might not have had a form available or whatever. And so I was like,
yeah, it might have been different.
so I didn't do it.
I don't know when they
Oh.
instated that or
Yeah, or whatever it was. But like now I'm like, it didn't fucking ask for it. So I was like, you know who you got to talk to, IRS, is H&R Block, not Jason. I'm fucking
Yeah.
mad. I'm fucking mad. Sports betting's still fun though. I'm just going to focus on the dubs and hopefully today's games all hit. And that's the positives. This sucks. It's terrible. Taxes suck.
yeah, pretty much don't do them,
Yeah,
Samantha.
just don't.
That's
Yeah,
what you've
don't do
learned?
them. What I've learned is don't do
You
them.
don't need to, you know.
Yeah, you don't need to do them. You don't need
If
to
we
do
all
them.
stop doing it, what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
you know?
they can't stop all of us. We outnumber them.
Exactly.
Easy. Okay, that's enough tax talk. We can get into our segments here. Wait, do we have more? Oh well,
Well,
no,
in
that's
my
hila-
deep dive here.
That's hilarious. I said that's enough tax talk, and Tyler's deep dive is literally on taxes. So it's
But-
not enough tax talk. We have a little bit more tax talk from Tyler.
Well, here I just have some information for you of states that have the lowest income tax rate. So the income
so
tax is
basically, the top 5 places to move.
yeah.
Exactly, Kyle. Got to win some bets so you can pay your
Yeah,
taxes.
just keep betting for until the
That's
percentage
what I'm saying.
pays out.
If they come back to me and say I owe like $100, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Here, I'll just put some money on your behalf on like Duke money line tomorrow, and if it hits, then you can have $100. If it doesn't hit, you're SOL.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
So basically, my look is into the income tax rates by state, just to show what is like higher income tax rates and lower income tax rates, and like maybe where you should potentially move to get away from those taxes. And basically, the income tax rate is what you get taxed on for your wage or for your salary or for your pay. And as you can probably tell, California, Hawaii, New Jersey, New York have some of the highest income tax rates. Illinois is pretty middle tier, but it's a flat rate. So it says here Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Utah have a flat income tax rate. And then Tennessee only taxes interest and dividends income. So Tennessee does not tax income like directly, it taxes only the dividends and interest that you make.
Interesting.
So some of the lowest taxes or a no tax rate. So places you can go work and get paid exactly what you just signed up for would be Texas, like we mentioned, Florida, Tennessee, technically, if you're not making any interest or dividend,
Yeah.
Alaska, Nevada, Wyoming, South Dakota, and Washington, I believe.
Ooh.
That one seems pretty.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know if that seems right to me, but it's on here.
Yeah.
But Oregon, though, south of that, is one of the highest states as well, with a 9.9% tax rate. California is the highest with a 13.3 tax rate.
Damn. That's wild. Gotta move to one of those places with no taxes because that would be
Oh wow,
sweet.
Missouri has a 5.4% income tax rate. Illinois is a 4.95, and then Colorado is a 4.63.
Damn.
Interesting.
Gotta love it. Fucking hate
So,
taxes.
just so you know, we should all move to Texas or Florida to get away from
Yeah.
income tax.
I feel like that's a hard
Probably
option between
Texas.
Texas. I was leaning like an Austin would be fun.
Yeah, I do
The
not want to move
state's
to
kind of
Florida.
the state's
There's no way.
government's kind of fucked, but
Well, yeah, I don't get politics,
yeah,
but
yeah.
a lot. I know a lot of video game streamers moved to Florida, so now that they can report that the wages they've earned while streaming, no
Ooh,
income.
interesting, interesting. That actually, yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Or Texas, yeah. Some people, some have moved to Texas, but most of them, I think, moved to Florida because they're like, no taxes.
Interesting.
Maybe we should just make it all no taxes.
What if we just had like a PO box in like Texas and just like that's where I live?
I mean, you could
That's
do that,
probably
but
you probably can't do that.
it depends where you work because you could technically have a home address of Illinois, but you worked in Texas, so then you could like don't make.
Oh,
It's where you earned your wages at,
oh, so
and it will show on
also
your
like
W
if I
four or
if
W two.
that makes sense because like if I move, if slash when I move to Denver, speaking it into existence once again, then I would have to pay taxes in Colorado, not Illinois, because I'm
And
working.
well, so it depends in the year. You're probably going to move mid-year, so you have to
Yeah,
pay
that's true.
taxes in Illinois and Colorado for the year.
Oh yeah, a good old two. That's two sets of $30 to TurboTax
Yeah,
HR block.
Nancy and I just got ours, and
They're
we have to
fucking
pay
licking
for
their chops on that one.
Missouri
They're like,
and
Jason
Colorado.
Mood, what a sucker. God damn it.
Yeah,
Texas is so fucking stupid.
Florida is not appealing in the long term, especially with all the crazy people.
Yeah, there's some fucking
The weather. The
wild
weather's
shows.
nice, but like
It's like muggy.
the
there, kind of,
hurricanes, so
isn't
it's like I don't know.
crocodiles.
Yeah,
Fuck that, dude.
the
Crocodiles
craziness.
and alligators.
Just like the craziness of people there. I get it. Texas people are crazy as well, but like it's more
it's
spaced
just
out.
a different. Yeah. You can kind of find your bubbles of kind of normalcy. But yeah, no, Texas. I don't know. Have you seen videos on like TikTok of like crocodiles where it's like water? Like I don't know. Sometimes I'll see like animals, like animal TikToks, and you'll have like one where like a crocodile will just be like it'll just look like a bunch of water and there's like nothing there, and all of a sudden they fucking
Yeah.
like go up and just snatch you, and they can go really fast. And it's like I would
That's
die.
their instinct,
Like
you know.
fuck
That's what they
that,
do.
dude. I would be like I'm dead.
I'll be like, oh, let's go swimming.
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
I'd be like, dang, this water looks nice. Yeah, no. So that was a solid talk on some of the places we should move. So I got two completely random facts because I was just trying to find something to bring for the deep dive. So the first one is, and they're completely unrelated as well. The first one is competitive art used to be an Olympic sport. So apparently between 1912 and 1948, international sporting events awarded medals for music, painting, sculpture, and architecture.
I kind of like that.
I do too, but the thing I'm imagining that would be hilarious is could you
Architecture
imagine?
would be fun to watch.
But could you
Well,
imagine?
not over time, but
Yeah. Well, no, that's
maybe
what.
like finished product.
Well, no, but that's what I was saying would be kind of funny is could you imagine like the same style like commentators and stuff, and they're like, look at him
Sports
painting with
betting.
the. Well, not even just that. But I'm just saying like just they have this whole like televised event where they're like during the swim meets they're like
It's like
oh,
golf,
no.
dude.
But could you imagine they're just very zoned in and they've got someone
Look at that
commentating.
brushstroke.
Yeah, like look at that.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he dipped into the blue. No way. Like,
Yeah.
just going crazy. I was like, that'd be hilarious.
I
So,
could win some pretty good money off some architecture.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, music, painting,
Or some
sculpture,
sculpture.
architecture. Yeah. So that
That'd be
was pretty neat.
printing money too easy.
Oh, yeah, it'd be. They decided
Give me
to
the
get rid-
odds.
They decided to get rid of this because they're like, we can't have Tyler winning all the gold medals. Second
No,
one.
I just mean in sports betting.
Oh, sports betting. Oh, true.
It'd be too easy to win money there.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm not an artist by any means.
Well, it'd be funny because like I want to get like it'd be cool to get more into art, but like I just feel like I don't know, like a lot of people have a concept of like what like good is, and I would just be like
No,
That's a
it's
good
all
painting.
interpersonal. It
Yeah,
depends what you like.
that's true. That's true. That's hilarious. Smith says, "I'll bring my Lincoln Logs." That's a throwback. That's a fucking
Oh
throwback.
yeah.
Okay, so my next one is completely random, has nothing to do with this, but it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland. And the
Nice.
rationale is hilarious. It's saying it's considered animal abuse because they're social beings and get lonely. I was like,
Well,
damn,
so
dude.
yeah, so are dogs though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, damn, is that like, I was like, I don't
Or
know.
so are
Maybe they're different.
humans.
I don't know.
You can't have one kid. Sorry,
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
have two.
Gotta
We're
have
social
two.
beings.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, like, gotta return it. But yeah, that was pretty wild. I was like, I don't know how they monitor that. But I guess you gotta buy two at a time probably. But that'd be fucking wild. Like, imagine if you
Yeah,
like you
I'm sure
did
there's
like,
not a lot of guinea pigs in Switzerland.
yeah, probably for that reason. But yeah.
Yeah, because no one wants. Well, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to. Like, isn't I don't know. Maybe
I'm all
if they're
right.
not classified as this, I apologize for anyone who like likes guinea pigs. But
Rodents.
isn't it a rodent? Like, it's
Yeah,
basically a bigger version of a rat. Kind of
yeah.
like if Gavin's listening. I don't know if Gavin's listening, but kind of like the dog that one guy had in my apartment.
A rat.
He was literally in the elevator with this thing. I was like, that is literally a fur ball.
Samantha said, "Well, I get lonely too. They should have. You have to have two people in an apartment. You always have to have a roommate. You can never live alone,
Yeah, that's
just so
fucking.
you don't get lonely in Switzerland."
I guess so. They're just making sure for everyone's mental well being. They want to make sure everyone's okay.
That's right.
But yeah, that was my second deep dive.
Nice. That's a good one.
It was
Well, we
wild.
can move on here into the 4 p.m. meeting of the week.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and keep going.
Yeah. So here, actually, I'll move my camera around a bit. I got to make sure y'all can see this. So I'm excited. This is not my 4 p.m. meeting of the week. I'm actually excited about this. Wait, I'm making sure I'm turning the right way. So I got canvases, which are super excited.
Oh, you're breaking up. Uh-oh.
That just disconnected my microphone. Let's
Okay.
see. I lost everyone. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah. No,
Apologies.
it just like really breaky and weird all of a sudden.
Yeah, no. So we're not going to be showing you, but I promise you I have canvas. Actually, I can show you the one right behind me. There's a one of Dublin like right behind me right here. That would be cool to show you. But otherwise, I think it's right behind me. Maybe. Yeah, you can see it. That's
Yeah, right
from
there.
Venice Beach.
Oh,
Oh,
your
maybe
chair's in
now
the
my
way.
chair's blocking.
There you
Ooh.
go.
There you go, from Venice Beach. So it's kind of nice. It's got some canvases around the apartment, trying to make it so it's not just blank walls. And yeah, so it's super nice. The problem is they come in these really big boxes, and now I just have a pile of boxes just chilling in my hallway that I really don't want to take care of. And they've been there for like probably at least a week. Like Gavin was here, and I was like, dude, I'm sorry. But it's literally, I have the box from my PS5. I've got the boxes from the canvases. I've got a box from some blankets I got from Walmart. I've got some, like, just like extra blankets. I've got, what else is the box? I don't know. I've just got a bunch of boxes over there. And the problem is they're too big to fit down the chute in my hallway. So, like, at some point, I'm going to have to bring all this shit down all the way to the first floor, walk
Even
to
if
the
like you
garbage.
break it up and tear it up.
They're huge. Well, I guess I could like act. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll do that. I could like actually like I'd have to like really like break them up. But yeah.
Do it, dude.
Anyways, apologies for like the crazy audio there and the disconnect for a second. But I was trying to show you this one, but I guess I can take a picture. But yeah, that's my 4 p.m. meeting of the week.
Post it
That's
on
a
the
pain.
socials.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could. They turned out really awesome. I know I was talking to you. I was like pumped about
Yeah.
these canvases.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, the boxes they come in are annoying, and I still have to hang the really big one because the hooks I have don't work. So maybe that's another 4 p.m. meeting of the week.
The tough life.
Yeah, it's a tough life, and the taxes thing
Yeah.
that could be added, like sports
Yeah,
betting.
there's
That's
another
like
4
a
p.m.
huge one
meeting.
that I
And
just found out about 20 minutes ago. So there we go.
yeah, that's everyone's 4 p.m. meeting of the week.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, I can go ahead and get into mine here. And so basically, we had just given Enzo a bath before the weekend because he got like dirty outside or something.
Yeah.
It's been very, what is that, like slush outside, where like the snow turns dirty and it's like cool. Now
Yeah,
Enzo's
yeah.
dirty when you go on a walk. And so when we took him to this state park, there was like, since it was 60 degrees, the snow was melting, the dirt was fresh, mud pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And him being off leash loves to get into puddles and loves to get into mud. So he pretty much ran through every mud puddle he could find in that state park, or in the dog park in the state park. And I was like, cool. So pretty much he smelled so bad on the ride home that I literally got a headache and I was like on the close verge of like vomiting. Nancy's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I need to crack a window because I am literally about to
fucking
hurl."
ranks.
Because he smelled like pond scum and like dead fish, and I was like,
Oh,
"Dude,
that's disgusting.
like this is terrible." And so we pretty much had to give him a bath again, but this wasn't just like a normal bath because like he smelled so bad. We had to like deep clean him because of course he like, he gets it everywhere. So it's like, and he's good with baths, I would say. He like likes to be in the water but doesn't like to be in it for long.
Mm-hmm.
So like just pretty much you just got to get in there with him and just like really scrub the shit out of his fur. And it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
It was just not a good time for the $13 spent. And I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
that's true because that's coupled with the fact that you're like you just paid.
So it's like now we paid
$13.
$13 to go to this park. And it's like 30, 40 minutes away. So we drive 30, 40 minutes to get there. Oh, by the way, it's $13. Oh, fuck. Well, we're already here. We'll pay.
Yeah, might as
Go
well.
there. Go to the park. Oh, wow, this is fun. Just kidding. He's going to get muddy as fuck. Now what? Now you just paid $13 to drive all this way to get him dirty, to now come back, sit in a 30, 40-minute car ride with him smelling like ass, and then give him a bath when you get home. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, dude, what a fucking day. And like, I get it. That's a very like low 4 p.m. meeting of the week, but like, damn, dude.
It's just the
That
inconvenience.
smell, it had me.
It's the inconvenience of it all for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Looks like Samantha's saying she wants more pictures of Enzo on Insta, and Nancy is the hookup now because she said she just posted one. But yeah, so that's
Yeah.
our 4 p.m. meetings of the
Or
week.
if you ever want to see more pictures of Enzo, just follow Nancy and I, or add us on Snapchat because it's pretty much every day. It's just
Exactly.
a different picture of him.
Exactly. But yeah, we probably can get into our comedic reports. I don't know if you want to get started on that.
Yeah, pretty much I chose these two tweets here. And so this one had me, well, there's a lot of tweets. Okay, so over the past weekend, Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback that plays for the Packers, for those of you that don't know, and he is a very comedic personality to follow.
Oh, yeah.
Just because his opinions are very crazy, and I would not choose those. But anyway, one of the tweets that I'm sure one of us has sent or have showed each other, but I thought this was hilarious, is Aaron Rodgers receiving more jabs tonight than he has all year.
That's funny.
And to me, that cracked me up. Aaron Rodgers is an anti-vaxxer, or I think he is.
No,
He basically
is.
they asked him to be vaccinated, and he said, "I have immunity," or
He's
something
like
like
I've
that.
been immunized. Like basically really trying to play around the fact that he's
Yeah.
not vaccinated, or like trying to like skate around the idea that he's not vaccinated. So for a while, people are like, "Oh, he's been vaccinated. He's said this," and then all of a sudden later, like gets COVID. And he's like, "Yeah, I wasn't vaccinated." And it's like, then you watch it back and you're like, "Oh yeah," because he said like was very like particular about the words he used. So that's really funny. That's really
so it's really funny to see that he's got more jabs now than he has all year, because that cracks me up for anyone that's like that. But the second tweet I have here is just one that cracked me up because I thought it was gonna be something sweet and I wasn't like paying attention, and it turned into something funny. And this guy pretty much tweets out, tearfully waving out the train window as my girlfriend runs alongside. And then it's like a space, and it's like 45 minutes later in like the quotation, or in the like, dots.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's still keeping pace. It's inhuman. Everyone on the train is screaming. I'm begging her to stop, but she can't hear me. Her eyes are pure white. Police helicopters circle overhead. And I was like, oh my God. Like, you think it's going to be some like long sweet tweet about him leaving and like thinking about her later? Because I saw like the 45 minutes later, because it's like separated from the tweet.
Yeah.
And then he's like tearfully waving out the window. I was like, oh, it's probably like some like sweet whatever tweet. I'll read it. And I was like, what the fuck? She's still keeping pace. She's inhuman.
That's funny.
Everyone on the train is screaming.
That's actually funny as fuck.
Yeah. So
Oh
that
man,
like
some
cracked
people
me
are
up.
so creative. That's good. Oh my God. Okay, so let's see. I've got two. So this first one is a tweet. So there's been a lot of shit going on about Joe Rogan's Spotify. So he's obviously like a huge podcast on Spotify. He's like spreading like
We're a
vaccine.
close second, by the
Yeah, we're
way.
right behind him. Where but he's spreading all this like vaccine misinformation. So there's people who are like, oh, like boycotting Spotify, things like that, or trying to do that. So one of the podcasts, I haven't really watched a ton of their stuff. I more so see their clips on YouTube, but they're hilarious. Called "Son of a Boy Dad," and that's a Barstool podcast. And it said, "Son of a Boy Dad hosts to pull podcast from Spotify after vaccine misinformation spread by Joe Rogan." Spotify CEO responds, "That legitimately means nothing to us. We don't care if you use our platform." And it was just a tweet, and obviously joking, but I was like, that's funny as fuck. When you're just like, they just tweeted out, they're like, oh yeah, we're making a stand. And Spotify's like, we literally don't care. Like, we literally
Yeah,
don't care.
sounds good.
Like, that's
See
funny.
you later.
All right, so there's that. And then this next one I thought was very relatable. Like here, and you'll see. I thought it was going one way, and it ended up.
Fun fact, did you know that removing caffeine from your diet can help you lose over 60% of your will to live? Fun fact, did you know...
So I was
True that.
watching. I was
More
reading
like
through-
100%.
Yeah, well, it was funny because I started like reading or like watching TikTok, and it's like lose over 60%. I was like, dude, if this is about to say some stupid shit, like I'm like at something healthy or whatever, it's like, well, I'm not doing this. Like, there's 0% chance. Like, I literally rely on multiple cups of coffee a day, and then it continues on for will to live. I was like, that's something I can get behind, like 100%.
That sounds on par.
Like, I was like, if I don't have coffee in the morning, I will be miserable, 100% chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you guys coming out with Mercy? What?
I don't know what Mercy is.
Samantha, was that typo? I don't know what she's saying. She's going crazy. So yeah, let us know what you mean by that. And then obviously, people listening, feel free to throw questions in the chat or anything else you want to talk about in the chat. We'll get into our 5v5, and then we can get into any of the stuff you guys got for us. So 5v5 of fictitious places you'd want to visit.
Yeah.
And my number one overall pick, which we were talking about, like you said, there's a clear number one. So if it's not this, I'll be very curious.
Dude,
what
I'm
yours is.
excited, dude.
I'm like nervous if I get it wrong.
Let's see.
Is Hogwarts?
Oh, we got it right.
Yeah, okay,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I was like nervous. I was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
fuck, do I get it? Yeah.
It's a very.
shit,
I
bro.
feel like that's a very.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a
Classic
common answer. There's actually, sorry, it's your pick.
Merch. She said when we
Merch.
come
Oh, you
out,
want merch? I mean, if people want stuff, we could come out with stuff, I guess.
Yeah, true.
True. We could also come out with a new little logo thing if someone takes pictures of us in her free time. Samantha,
Yeah.
with
I
your
bet.
fancy
Come
ass
out.
photography.
When you guys come out to Denver.
There you go. Actually, that actually is a good. That actually might work. Well, we'll have to figure out. She's still in school and all that boring crap, but that's not boring. She's doing good stuff. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, we'll try to figure out a good time to do that because that would be something we've been meaning to do for a while. No, I mean, not the merch thing necessarily, but we're talking about like updating the logo. But I guess if people want that, like, if you want it, Samantha, and we can get it, we can get it. But yeah, no. So Hogwarts was my first pick.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory as my first one.
Oh, that's a good one. I had that on my list. Well, it's funny because so I've got like a no, maybe not. I was gonna go with no. This is tough. I am gonna go. This is fucking hard. Sorry. This is not good audio. I'm going to go. I'll go Marvel one, and I'm going to go Asgard.
Oh, nice.
It'd be really cool with like the bridge and stuff. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. Nice. For my second pick, I'll go with a Marvel one as well. I'm going to choose Wakanda.
Oh my god, dude! I didn't even have that on my list. I would have had that higher. Fuck, I hate myself, dude.
Yeah, it was between those two for number one. I feel like more people probably relate to Willy Wonka, but
That sucks. That was a good one. That was a good one.
you could say Wakanda, Illinois.
That'd be literally like a 10-minute drive. I'd be like, this kind of sucks. Or from my parents' house at least. Next one. See, this is the hard part because there's a specific. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna say. So I would love. Wait, no, do I want them my next pick? Nope, I take it back. I'm gonna take this. I know you're gonna want this, or if you didn't have this on your list, you're gonna be really pissed. So part of me just wants to choose it, so it's on my list. Fuck it, I'm gonna choose it, and you're gonna be really mad. I'm choosing the Gatsby Mansion.
That's what I was gonna choose next.
Oh hell yeah, I'm happy I chose it then. That one felt good. I was between that and another one.
All right. My third one I'm probably going to have to go with is I don't know if I should say the specific part or the overall.
So that's what I probably would. All right, what are you talking about? Because that's literally what my debate was.
Mine is probably going to be the Krusty Krab.
Oh, then we're talking about something completely different. Krusty Krab was a good one.
Got to try the Krabby Patty.
Yeah. So okay, so that's a great example though. So instead of saying Bikini Bottom as a whole, we're going. No, but what I'm asking because like that helps me frame a reference for what I should say for this next one. So instead of saying Bikini Bottom, we're going Krusty Krab.
I mean, like you could have said Bikini Bottom,
Yeah.
but like I feel like most people know it as the Krusty Krab.
Yeah.
Because if I said Bikini Bottom, there's like no one can picture it. I guess you picture like those little mufflers as like the buildings, but you can picture the Krusty Krab.
I'm just trying to figure out. I don't even know how to like verbalize this one. So I would love to say this might not be my pick. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. No, I'm just going to table it and then we can talk about this after. My next pick, I'm going to go. I'll go Pandora from Avatar.
Nice. I have that as well at the Universal.
What do you
Or
got?
not Universal, Disney, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
Or something like that. One of those two. Nice.
I think it is Universe. Yeah, I don't know, whatever it is.
I think my fourth one is going to be Neverland from
That's a good one.
Peter Pan. Never get to grow up.
That's true. I didn't think about that. That's a good one. That's a good one. So this is my last pick.
That's right.
I feel like I already chose a Harry Potter one, so I shouldn't choose another. But I really. I don't know if I'd want. No, we'll go Game of Thrones. I'll choose King. Ooh, wait. No, I'll go King's Landing.
Nice.
I was between that or another area of Game of Thrones. What's your last pick?
I was going to choose this, but I didn't know if it was okay since you chose Hogwarts, but I was going to say Diagon Alley.
No, they're totally different. I was literally like,
Okay. Well, I didn't know because if we're doing like this specific thing.
No. I had literally Hogwarts, Diagon Alley, Hogsmeade all on my list.
Okay,
I
for
list
sure.
those all because they're different locations.
True.
So
Sure.
Going off now to talk about like the other ones we didn't have, I really wanted to say something from Star Wars, but it's hard to pinpoint a specific like planet or
Tatooine,
specific.
Naboo,
Like
Mustafar.
but it's just like I couldn't
Off.
really choose because like it's like once you're on the planet, it's like okay, it's just another interesting place. I was almost like I'd rather
Dagobah.
just be in space. So I was like, am I literally saying that I just want to be on the Death Star? Probably shouldn't. People will be like, what the fuck's wrong?
Maybe
with
not
Jason?
the Death Star, but
'cause
maybe like
that-
a starship or something.
But like that one was kind of hard to figure out as like just being in like the galaxy of Star Wars would be really cool. But then it's like that's literally you're basically claiming like an entire universe. That's like I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But I had that on my list. I had Emerald City from Wizard of Oz.
Nice.
I had Gotham City, although I don't know if you'd want to live in Gotham City.
A lot of crime.
A lot of crime going on. If you're Batman, it'd be kind of cool. Narnia I had on my list.
Nice.
I had Jurassic Park. I had The Capitol from Hunger Games.
Games, yeah.
I did have Bikini Bottom. I had Central Perk from Friends, and I also had McLaren's Pub from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I had McLaren's Pub. Pretty, Central Park. Pretty much a lot of what you just listed. The only thing that I had that you did not have was Atlantis,
Oh,
then-
that's a good one.
Avengers Tower.
That would be a good one as well. Solid
So-
list, solid list. It looks like according to what do we have in here? Samantha said Barbie's dream Barbie's dream house, and then Nancy's talking about how the Chocolate Factory is spooky. I mean,
It's
I,
made
don't
of
know, I
food,
guess
though,
just be
so-
careful what kind of candy you eat.
And some Oompa Loompas.
Some Oompa Loompas. Just don't eat the what was it, like blueberry? I haven't watched any of those movies in so long.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even tell you how that one girl turns into a blueberry, but she's probably eating like blueberry candy or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In a minute.
So
Yeah,
we'll
we can go back over our list.
yeah,
here.
we'll do that in a sec. Before we do that, if you guys have anything else for us, throw it in the chat now. Otherwise, we'll go through our lists and then wrap it up. But yeah, so to go through my list, I had Hogwarts, Asgard, Gatsby Mansion, Pandora, and King's Landing.
And my list here, my top 5 here, I have Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, Wakanda, The Krusty Krab, Neverland, and Diagon Alley.
Solid lists.
Yep. So that is our 5v5 of fictitious
Gum.
places you'd want to visit.
Samantha just said it was gum, so gum must have been what.
Did
Yeah,
Victoria?
What? Oh, what was
Or
her name?
Viv?
No, wait,
Vivian?
wasn't I thought wasn't her name I thought so there was Vicky, right? But I think she was the other one.
Vicky, maybe. I
What
don't
was
know.
the what was so
Oh.
there's the girl
Yeah,
who
Victoria was the one that sat on like the scale, the golden egg scale, and she was like a bad egg, so she like went through the scale.
yeah. Yeah, because there was
The other girl turned into a
blueberry, and there's the other kid who got
Augustus,
stuck in
who's-
the chocolate
Yeah,
thing.
that was Augustus Gloop.
What a name!
I don't remember how like the cowboy dude got out.
Oh.
Or not cowboy.
How many
but he's,
kids?
like, the
How many kids were there? Were there 4 or 5?
5, 2 girls, 3 boys. So Charlie, Augustus. that
Charlie
other
makes
boy.
it through. Augustus gets stuck in the chocolate thing. There's the blueberry
Victoria
girl.
does the bag egg,
Yeah, and then what is
the blueberry girl, and
what
then
happened to the other guy?
guy.
Does he? I feel like does he get like taken away by Oompa Loompas or something? Oh, Violet. That sounds right, Samantha.
Violet.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're thrown out. We knew it was a V
That is
name.
Violet.
We knew it was a V name.
That's why she turned. Violet, you're turning violet. Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. I honestly do not. This movie is like, aren't they coming out with a new one?
Oh, I don't know.
Or am I making that up?
Maybe. That'd be
Why
pretty
do I
cool.
feel like
I'd be down.
they-
They had Johnny Depp come out a while ago.
I feel like oh yeah. I feel like it's called 2023. It's called Wonka, and young Willy
Whoa.
Wonka is played by Timothy Chalamet.
Of course.
And some of the cast, you've got him, you've got Olivia Colman, you've got Keegan Michael Key.
Nice.
Those are like the names I recognize. But yeah, Timothy Chalamet is playing a young Willy Wonka. And the movie's just called Wonka, so that's in 2023.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that is everything. What did Smith ask? Gatsby Mansion with a party? Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
And it's
That's
crazy
what it's
because
made
I watched that movie like pretty like recently. Whenever that like last time when I guess probably the last time I think I came out to St. Louis,
Yeah.
watched that, and that was the first time I'd seen it. Phenomenal movie. But
Good
yeah,
movie.
so I think it's everything with now. Oh yeah, you definitely should watch it. I don't remember where we watched it. I'm trying to recall. Might be on. Oh no, I think you own the movie, don't you? So I don't know if it's on Netflix. It's
Yeah.
probably somewhere on Netflix or Hulu or something. But it's a really good movie. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
I like literally
No,
like
definitely.
I don't know, like solid 15 minutes, 30 minutes after the movie, Tyler and I are just sitting there, and I'm just like, because this is my first time seeing it, I was just like, just talking through what just happened. It's like, holy shit, that was crazy. It's a really good movie. Really good movie.
All right.
But yeah, I think that's all we got. Thanks for joining, everyone. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, everyone. We really appreciate it. And we hope you guys enjoyed the episode here. We hope you didn't get too bored by the tax talk. Hopefully, Kyle, you didn't have to get too many war memories there of everything we mentioned. And then we hope you learned something about states you should possibly move to and maybe owning more than one guinea pig. So, with that, we hope you guys enjoyed the time here. We look forward to the next one, and we hope you guys do as well.